I said to Dr. Thakur, what do you play? What's your instrument? What do you do? When you get up in the morning, doctor, what do you do? And he says, it's all in my head. I think. And how do you prove what you're thinking exists? Because it's all theory.
In science, we always say that you make observations, you have a theory, you can go make more observations, and it's a very, very tedious process. Wrong. Nobody that I know of in my field uses the so-called scientific method. In our field, it's by the seat of your pants. It's leaps of logic. It's guesswork. It's guesswork. It's guesswork.
Science and science fiction are essentially the same.
Not only that, they make sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal line. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface. Wow, he's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth.
The sky was totally black. I could see the curve there of the Earth.
If you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball, you just don't. That stuff is flat. And then I showed examples of wide-angle lenses curving horizontal. I tweeted that.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, and it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven.
Absolutely amazing. And to describe it to you, and you can see it, but from the ground, it almost looks as though a cloud of smoke with its own mind is just shooting through the sky. This is absolutely incredible. Again, you're watching the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch from Vandenberg Air Force Base. This visible from Bakersfield. Absolutely incredible.
see midway up, and then the whole thing disappears. The ships came back, they didn't fall off the table. So people realized that the world is flat.
Right down there, see that? That's flat. That is flat. That's at least 60 or 70 miles down. There's no curvature. There is no curvature. The earth is flat, ladies and gentlemen. Get over it. It's flat. You've been lying too long like goddamn lies.
In 2002, Blue Marble 2.0. NASA's Rob Simon made this. There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I'm not an astronaut. I've never been to space. But I've looked at these images over and over again, trying to sort of get the essence of it. It is Photoshopped, but it's has to be. It is Photoshopped, but it's has to be.
Deze panelen wordt de urine opgevangen en
Astronauts! What on earth is an astronaut?
No, they're not!
Served as an inspiration to me to study hard and to conclude that nothing could stop me from reaching as far as I could to achieve my dreams. It is an honor during this 50th anniversary celebration of the flight of Valentina Tereshkova to be flying with Russian, American, and Italian colleagues on this magnificent laboratory called the International Space Station.